In South Asia, the main part of the area that was decolonized was India. Great Britain ruled over India and the Indian Trade Company, and then eventually, after World War II, that's when it got decolonized. India got decolonized because Great Britain got a new government because the British Labour Party won their election in 1945 in July. And this new government decided that because of, I guess, some of the resistance and like the strong belief from the people in India that they should be an independent nation, encouraged them to just let them be one because they wouldn't have been able to control it otherwise. They kind of tried, but gave up quite quickly, realizing that there was nothing that they could have done about it because a lot of these new countries that had got their independence in this area started during World War II because when Japan got powerful during the war, they drove out some of the European powers. Well, when they were gone, these people had freedom. They had freedom to do what they want. They didn't have to give up stuff like their raw materials or anything like that. And then when the war was over and Europe won, basically, in a way, they came back. And then when they came back, that's when people started resisting more and wanting their freedom back because they had it and then it was taken away from them. So they got a taste of it, but then had to lose it immediately. And so once that happened, that's when you really start to see a lot of the decolonization in South Asia or Africa, and honestly kind of in the world, but mostly in South Asia, because of Japan. And then when these new countries or decolonized areas were slowly one by one getting their independence, they all wanted to join the United Nations. And so they kept joining the United Nations and joining, and it went from being somewhat of a small for really only like the very powerful countries to being almost anybody. And by the 1970s, there were about 127 members, which grew a lot from where they were originally because of all these new small decolonized countries that were just starting out, and they joined because they wanted help and they wanted to show that they were their own independent area and no other government was ruling over them. They had their own government with their own rules.